What is good, you sexy bastards? Welcome back. It is SCG, and I have another GTA 5 online video for you today. Sorry, I've been a little MIA lately. I should say. Personal life has been kind of taken over with work and everything else, and then also with this SP2MP that is out. Obviously, I've been trying to get as many vehicles as I can online before this shit gets patched. So I have been working on that, so I do apologize for inactive. And then last week I had problems with being booted, and you know, it's been a hectic couple weeks, so I do apologize for that. But I'm going to show you today, this is kind of a part 2 to the video. So the first video I showed you how to actually consistently hit the SP2MP, or at least what I do to consistently hit it, so I hope that does help you guys. Now this video I'm going to show you how you can edit your cars and how you can bring your cars online and things like that. So I'm going to kind of go over it. I hope I do cover all of it in the video for you. If you have any other questions, drop them down below. But I'm going to kind of go over a lot of the things that I've been seeing all over Twitter and other communities and such that people keep asking. So for most of you, you should already obviously know how to use the save wizard and save editor. At least I hope you do. So all you need to do is take a save off of your PlayStation. Ideally for this, you want to make sure you do have all 3 characters unlocked. This way you can go ahead and fill up the impound for all 3 vehicles and bring 6 cars on at a time. So what we need to do is we need to extract the save from our PlayStation. So you put a USB stick into it, you go into the application save data, and then just copy a file of the GTA onto the USB. Now once you have the USB into your computer, you're going to open up your save wizard. So this is the program that you do have to pay for. It's $60 US. So in order to edit your own cars, you do need this program. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. There's no free copies or hacks. You do need to actually purchase it. If you're lucky, maybe a friend will share it with you. You do get 3 keys per license. So if somebody has a free slot, maybe they will let you use it. And then after 30 days, they can go ahead and delete you. So what we do is I have the save right here. So this is the save. We're just going to double click on this, and this will actually show the save. So from here, you're going to go ahead and click it again, and we want to go to advanced mode. So this part, I'm just going to go over it with you. Again, this is something you probably should know by now, but just in case you don't, I'm going to kind of go over it with you here briefly, okay? So we're going to extract this actual save, and we're just going to put it on our desktop or somewhere else. And then once we have done that, we can go ahead and open it up into Save Editor, which is the free program which will allow us to actually edit the vehicles. All right, and then once we have it edited the way we want, we can go ahead and reassign it back to our original save. So once we're in here like this, we're just going to go ahead over to, where is it here, Import to File. So we're going to click on Import to File, and then we can just go ahead and save it wherever you want, downloads, desktop, whichever. So I'm not going to do that, I already have it saved, but that's all you would do, just go ahead and save it, okay? So once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into here, we're going to open up our save editor, we're going to grab that save, and we're just going to open it, okay? So you want to make a backup, that's up to you if you want to make a backup or not. I usually suggest it just because a lot of the times when you're doing these type of things, the actual save itself can become corrupt. So if it does become corrupt, you'll have a backup that you can refer to. So once we're in here, you just go into the garage. Now again, specifically for SP2MP, we're going to be using only the impound lot. Alright, so we're going to have our 3 different impound lots. We're going to have Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. So if we go to Franklin, we click on here, we go down to impound, we now have 2 spots that we can put cars in. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go over it with you. I'm not going to change these ones because these ones I'm actually going to put into my next save, but I'll just go into regular Franklin, like his Grove Street garage, and let's make a car from scratch. So you got 4 empty spots here, so you can put whatever vehicle you want. So if we go down to here, we can get our list of vehicles. So if we want to have the newest ones, they're going to be at the top here. DLC ones, or they're in alphabetical order from there, so you can put whatever you want. So I mean, just for purposes here, I mean, I'll just pick like a Dominator or something, doesn't really matter. We'll just go ahead and kind of pick something. Where is it? Again, doesn't really matter. Whatever, let's do a dub stuff. Alright, so we got the dub stuff. License plate, put whatever you want. Now the nice thing with this is you can actually put whatever you want. If you want to say fuck LXM, you can put fuck LXM. If you want to say fuck YBFG, you can say fuck YBFG. You can say fuck your mama. You can do whatever you want to do. You can put that in there. Now if you're doing spaces, that's kind of what makes these unique as well. Like I could put the you know, FUCK, and then I could do a hashtag or pound, and then just YOU. So now I'll have a space there. So obviously when you're using the regular save or iFruit app, I should say, you can't put spaces. So this will allow you to put spaces. So you can put, you can use different symbols. I know the question mark works as well. I just always use the hashtag or the pound. You can also just do a blankton. So if you want to do a blankton, I just do all pounds. And there you go. You got 8 pounds. That's going to give you a blankton. So from there, we're going to go into the actual color. So this is where I get a lot of questions. I personally haven't tested them all. There is a few lists out there that people use. But the main ones, the way I usually do it is I like using a custom RGB. So first thing you want to do is you want to pick your underlay texture, okay? So you can do different textures. You can do a matte texture. You can do a utility if you want, and you could do a worn. You could do even just a metallic if you want. The most common people do is going to be worn. You can also do a brushed finish, like a brushed aluminum, a brushed black steel, a brushed gold, okay? I like using the aluminum or black steel. That's a nice option. You can also do epsilon. Epsilon is another really nice texture. Epsilon blue. It's a nice kind of wet look. So it's like it's another 3D kind of option. You can also do the secret gold. Now, secret gold, MP100 gold spec. That's the hidden secret gold. Now, that is the one that most people used back in the day on the PS3. So those ones who say they have PS3 colors or it's a 3D, like a special 3D PS3 color, that's all they're using. They're using MP100. So all these people that are advertising these PS3 colors that you can't get them anymore, it's bullshit. You can. If you make it like this, you do your MP100 as your primary, you do MP100 as your secondary, right? Oops, what did I do there? I missed that. MP100. And then you can do whatever pearlescent. Now obviously we're going to try not to get check marks. So I personally just like to use pure white for my pearl, so I could just do that there. But if you stick to anything that's worn or utility, they should not have any check marks, and that goes also for primary and secondary. So if you do red utility, red worn, those will not come check marked. The rim color technically shouldn't either if it's on a body color. But I stay away from those. I personally just like to stick to the utility and the actual worn. You can also use the secret gold, obviously, if you wanted to. The fluorescent blue rim color, actually, I know that one for a fact, also works. So fluorescent blue rim, you can use that as a pearlescent. Looks really nice. You could use epsilon blue. You could even do like the brushed finishes because those are not a pearlescent color. So obviously anything that is not normally in the area you would buy it is not going to show up or should not show up. So you can also do like seafoam blue, sea wash green, the worn sea wash green. So you could do whichever. So I'm just going to do the pure white because again that's kind of what I like. For me, that's like a proper 3D right there. I'd have MP100, MP100, and then pure white for the pearlescent. Again, you could do secret gold or something like that if you want to as well. Now we're going to put a custom color over top of it. So we want to hit that little check mark, and we want the full color, the full car to be the same color. So I'm going to do primary and secondary. Now if I wanted to do a two-tone, I could just do a primary over the secret gold primary color, so that gives me my custom RGB. And then for the secondary, I could pick something else. If I wanted to do off-white worn or, you know, olive army green worn, I could do something like that. But I want to do a full 3D PS3 color, so I'm going to do primary and secondary. So from here, I go ahead into this little box. Now I can pick any RGB I want. So I can make up, if I want to do, it goes up to 255, so 134, 24, 126, 25. There we go. Boom. Nice purple. Okay? So you put in whatever color you want, or you can just go ahead and scroll through here like this as well and kind of pick the color you want. All right? So I don't know what I did there now, but we'll just do that again. 24, 125, make it up. I think that's what I did. So there it is. Or you can also make it lighter and darker by using this little wheel here. So once you got the color that you want, you can go ahead and hit OK. Now you want to obviously upgrade all these things here. You can hit this little check mark and that'll max all the upgrades for you already. So that's nice. So there you go. So they're all maxed out. Now we can go and change our headlight colors. So now obviously after the Arena War update, we can change these to whatever we want. So we can do purple. Plate, obviously, you want to make sure you have your North Yankton because that's what most people want. That's going to show your, you know, it's a true modded car. Then window tint. Pure black does not show up, unfortunately, on PS4. So light green is what most people do. That's your green window tint. Okay. Rest of the stuff's all upgraded. Now you can do the neons. I like to do the neon the exact same color, so I would just do more colors. Then again here I'd go back to the same thing, 135, 24, 125, so I can get a matching color for the underglow. Now you can obviously do your Benny's wheels. So Benny Original, Benny Bespoke. So if I want to do some originals with some white lines, and let's say I want to do triple spoke, so you can go ahead and do the triple spoke. So whatever wheels you want. Now wheel color. Unfortunately, we can't do a RGB color for the wheels. So again, I always stick to worn and utility. Those are the main ones. But you can also use the metal finishes. Those will not show checkmarked either. So your brushed gold, brushed steel, brushed black steel, whatever you want to do there as well. So I could do like a blue utility. If I want purple, I know I could do like a purple. What is it? There's the purple matte. Yeah, purple matte. So I could do purple matte. I know that doesn't show up check mark. There's also the dark purple matte as well. So I could go into here and go dark purple matte. I know that doesn't show up check marked. So again, unless you know for sure, or obviously you can do some trial and error. Green Other also works. So some of these others work. Green Other. Chrome Other is the one I use the most. Chrome Other is actually going to be your pure black. So I like using Chrome Other, and then that's going to be pure black. You can obviously put bulletproof tires if you want. I usually don't. And then you can put your Patriot Smoke, or again, we can do, one of these kind of pre-selected colors, or I could do a custom RGB for the color smoke as well. So again, we'll just do something like that. Same purple. So I mean, you can build it how you want. I like to have all these three matching. And that's pretty much it. So that's how we build a vehicle. Now, if we were wanting to do a livery vehicle, okay, we can go into a hot ring. So if we go into a hot ring, pick a hot ring. So if we start off with the hot ring, we go into this little tool here. We select this. It's actually going to give us the liveries, okay? So these are the liveries that we want. So if we go to the very last one, Power Metal, we know that is the Dolla Dolla bill. Rag of Rum, we know that is the Sessanta Nova Multicolour. Sprunk is the Monogram, and so on. Weasel is like Blue Tartan, I believe. Burger Shot is the coin. So if we wanted to put coin, for example, I would just put this. So I will leave the list down below of what livery will give you what. Now, unfortunately, for these last 5 here that I just mentioned, these are going to only work on the after hours vehicle because it's coming from an actual hot ring. So for those who are familiar with flipping, in previous videos I posted to show how to do that, that is only going to work on the newer vehicles. So if I wanted to do the, let's say I want to do the coin, okay, so we'd pick the Burger Shot, and then I can just close this. Now if I wanted to go into an Oppressor MK2, I can go Oppressor MK2, and now that livery is going to be on there. For some reason with the MK2, if I go into liveries, see, I actually changed the coins, but normally when I try to select it, it always goes default to yellow and blue for some reason. So if I do coins, let me just see if it does it now. Exit out, go back in, and oh, it stayed on coins. But that's because I started off with the hot ring. Every time I've done it where I actually start off with the MK2, it reverts it back. So you can try it, but I just like to use the hot ring, especially if I was going to go to a different vehicle like a Revolter or something. Now, a trick that I'll show you as well, if you want to put all these after hours liveries, so if you want to put a Dolla Dolla on an armored vehicle set like a Revolter, what you actually want to do is you're going to want to put a Revolter right here in Grove Street Garage, okay? So if we take the Revolter and we put it, where is it here? Revolter, Revolter, Revolter. Here it is. So we put this, it's in Grove Street Garage, or any one of our characters, Michael, Trevor, it doesn't matter. We put it in the regular garage. Now, when we load this into our game, we can actually take this Revolter, drive it right into Los Santos Customs, and we can put whatever livery we want. We can put all the after-hours liveries on these Revolters. So originally, when I was wondering, like, how the hell are people putting coins and gold novas and like that on the Revolter, this was the trick they were using. They pull it into Los Santos, they put the gold nova on it, they resave it, and then they bring it back into Save Editor, and then they can now change it to whatever the color they want. And anytime you want to put it to other vehicles, once we have that livery on there, we can now change this to the other ones. So once that kind of code is set up to that actual car, we can now change it. If we want to change to a half track or a APC, Insurgent, whatever. We can go ahead through here and we can actually change that. So once we load in the story, put the livery on, resave it, and then we can now bring it back in a save editor and change them to all the vehicles. So if we want to do a full vehicle, a full facility set, we can do it that way. Hope that makes sense. I'll show it as well, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So that's how we make the vehicles. All right. So I think I've covered that enough. I've kind of gone over it. Again, you've got your different textures. You can pick your different custom RGBs. You might have to do a little bit of trial and error to get the check marks. You can always test it in story mode before you bring it online. Take it into Los Santos Customs, make sure nothing is check marked, so you're not bringing scratched cars online, because then nobody's going to want them. I mean, if you want them for yourself and not trade, that's fine. But if you're actually going to be passing these out, you know, nobody's want check marked cars. Okay. So again, for the actual SP2MP, we're just going to be filling up the impound. Those are the only ones that we want to fill up. So once we've filled up all 3 impounds, all right, and we've got all the cars that we want, customized how we want, we are good to go. Now, what I do recommend as well, just because sometimes when I go say save file, we might get an error, like that. Perfect timing. So what you actually want to do, and what I recommend, is when you go over every single car, go ahead here and extract the vehicle. So you can now save this in a folder. So save it into your own folder, like label it vehicles like this or something. Now you got all your vehicles in here, because if this save fails, you have to redo every vehicle again. But if you have it saved, you can just go ahead and try reloading the save once again. Like, you can just close it and try it again and just put those cars back in. For some reason, when we kind of go around and play with some of these, our file will sometimes do that little error. So I'll usually go into character, I'll go back to garage, and then I'll hit save again, and then it saves successfully this time. Okay, so now we should be good. Now also we can double check it if we go into here. Where was that one? I don't even remember now. Well, either way, when you go into your saves, they should be 535, 536 kilobytes. Okay, so for some reason, if they've gone down to 0, that's sometimes what happens and the file goes corrupt. Or you could just, when you actually load it on your PlayStation, it just gives you the prologue boot, then unfortunately that save is no good. So that's why it's good to do the backup in the beginning as well. Then you can always reload it. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's kind of covering everything on how to use Save Editor, Save Wizard, so that you have non-scratched cars. And then from there, you would just go ahead and load this save back in your PlayStation. So what we want to do now is we're going to go back into here. Oh, what's going on? Why are we not letting me do that? Hello. Oh yeah, because I think it's already open. Here it is. So now we're back into here. Now we just want to go ahead and import that file that we just did. So here it is actually. And then we just go open. It's going to come into here. Nothing's going to happen. We're going to hit 0. The number 0 on our keyboard. We're going to get this error. Just go ahead and hit the X. Then we're going to hit apply, and we're going to hit yes. Now from here, it's going to extract it or import it and right into back to our save onto our USB. So now we can take this USB and throw it into our game. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of finalize that right there. And then from here, I'm going to go onto the PlayStation and show you how I hit the SP2MP and then how the cars look and everything from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and drop a like. And until the next one, this is your boy SCG, and I am out.